I'm Pastor Tabitha C. Witten. I'm super excited that I have an opportunity to take just a moment to encourage you in your marriage or you in your relationship. I'm here with my great friend, Ashley Whitley, who is a licensed marriage and family therapist. And I really want to just address a few things that I think would be helpful. So I want to invite you all month long, if there is something that you possibly need to assist you and your family, I'm going to tell you, chime in to the RIM Nation. Yeah, that's this page right here so that you can get the inspiration that you need. And please don't hesitate to share, because I believe this is going to help people in their relationships. So Ashley, thank you. We've been talking about marriage and marriage messages. I think sometimes there's a mistake that we make when we start thinking marriage, especially if we're in a relationship. So sometimes we assume that we're ready for marriage and maybe we're not ready for marriage. And so why don't you take just a little time to talk about not right now, how to fix a marriage, but what's not marriage ready at the moment.
Okay, so just some things you want to keep in mind when you're thinking about marriage. First, you don't want to think of marriage as just checking off the boxes. We've been together 2 years. We've been together 4 years. It's the next step. This is what we need to do. Marriage is when you put it all on the table.
Okay.
Because with this relationship, it's going to be your most vulnerable relationship that you have, second to Christ.
Okay.
And when you think about that, think about the definition of what marriage means to you and your partner.
Okay.
And then do these things line up? Is this something that we're willing to make this union and commitment to agree, I want this with you and I want this with my partner? And then talking about, okay, we know we love each other, but how do we kind of go forward in showing this love to one another?
Okay.
So it's more than just that different, oh, this is the rules of what you do when you're in a relationship.
Okay, so I'm not necessarily ready for marriage just because I feel funny. I'm a certain age. It's my goal to be married. I need to make sure that the two of us have the same idea, and that considering my life, this is the person that I want to spend my life with, not just the person that lines up with my list.
Perfect, yes. And just love is just that one foundational piece, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm in love, so I have to Yes, love is a great foundation to a relationship, but it's not everything.
I love that.
Just like you have your relationship with Christ, when you're first saved, you say, I'm making this commitment to you, God. But beyond that, you have to choose every day to serve God.
Wow.
When you make this commitment and say, I love this person, and you're ready for marriage, then you're going to be willing to choose every day to love this person, to commit to this person, to be honest with this person, to be accountable, to be vulnerable to this person. You have to choose that marriage every day. And
Wow.
that kind of pushes you through. And when you can make this choice and say, this is what I want above anything else, then you may be ready for marriage.
You may be ready. So I love that. Now, let's just make sure that we're clear. Don't just expect for love to be enough for your life as it relates to being married. It starts with love, but there has to be so much more. So make sure that you stop, not just check your list, but ask yourself, is this the person I want to make this choice to live with and commit myself to, not just today, but every day? That's pretty good.